gay shit right there.
I don't think this fits. Have you been bad?
Why do they slap the cooter in porn?
Fuck me already! I'm always ready for you. What do you do? Making fun of my accent?
No, we don't have a prostate.
Hey Mike, how's it going?
I'm good, my love. How are you?
I am great. This sounds so fake.
Well, in times like this, I mean, we're faking till we make it, like all of us, aren't
Absolutely.
we?
Oh, by the way, welcome to the episode 2 of our podcast. We don't have a prostate. Ah! Every time I hear it, I laugh because I think of our first time.
Actually, that was not our first time. That was our second time.
What was our second time?
It was our second time doing a video together,
Oh,
and
no,
I
that's
was
not what I was talking
reading. Você é louca.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about our first time.
What our first time has to do with we don't have a prostate?
Because that was the first episode.
No, that was not the first episode. This is the name of the podcast. Ding!
I like that. That's good. We have sound effects now. Look at us. We are.
Actually, look what it.
Oh, it's your light.
No, it's your light.
Oh, it's my light. So, Mike, let's update people. It's been 2 weeks. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I've been studying for my master's and, trying to learn by myself. I really thought that at a master's level, the professors were going to be different, as in like a little bit better, because honestly, I feel like I learned my engineering degree by myself. And in a master's, I was expecting a
More
better
support?
level. Not exactly support, but like a professor that has some kind of, will to teach
Oh my.
and not only do research. It's
Yeah.
like my professor literally said yesterday in front of the camera, the exam is going to be closed book, parentheses, because of the whole COVID situation. Now they're putting the exams to be all online, so it's open book, because I guess they can't control anyway, so might as
Right.
well. And then and then she was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to make it closed book, but if the university don't allow, you can expect to have very hard questions like this, like with Madame, franchement, what is wrong with you? Like, sex is a great thing to solve this whole thing that is happening to you, okay?
I was like, this is going to link back to the podcast somehow. Oh my. Okay. That sucks because I feel like you get a lot of that when you're doing your undergrad. Okay, please take the gum out of your mouth, man. I can't with you. Some people really don't like that
Oh yeah, I
sound.
know. I hate it. Like,
Well,
legit,
then
if somebody's
stop.
comment, like, I wanted to annoy you, not everybody else. Sorry, people, but I wanted to annoy you.
Yeah, because it's not about you ever. It's just about me and Mike because this is just a conversation. Okay, he
No,
literally taking the
no,
gum out.
don't be so mean, people. It's about you too. Ask us questions, give us ideas.
I'm sorry, but Mike is literally taking the gum out of his mouth and putting a new one
Oh my
in.
god!
Oh my god, I can't.
Damn it! I'm gonna keep it for later.
There you go. Oh my god. Like I was saying though, yeah, undergrad, it seems like people are like they don't really care, like, whatever. But grad school, they should be like I feel like why do teachers want you to fail? Like why do they do that? Why do they like on purpose? Like this is gonna be the hardest exam of your life. You can't even study for it. You're gonna fail. Like okay, but I'm trying to learn.
I know. I think I blame the lack of orgasm, because somebody who has constant orgasms in their lives, they can't be that grumpy. Like, what is wrong, madame? Franchement,
Madame, là.
seriously. Can't wait.
Camtway. Mike, I wanted to tell you something. We have a request to post the podcast on YouTube, just the audio. So I'm gonna start just doing that, just because some people like it. I don't know.
Sure, my love. I don't mind to do. You do it. You do everything.
I do you. So you didn't ask me, but I'll tell you anyways. I'm doing
I was
okay.
about to. Okay, I was about to. I was breathing and making sure that I'm fine with all my gum. They forced me to take off of my mouth. Okay.
Yeah, I forced the cum out of your mouth.
Rewind. Hunty Boo, my love, how are you?
Aw, thanks. I'm doing okay. I hurt my back 3 days ago, and I'm going on a lot of walks. He is literally putting the gum back in his mouth. I can't do this. I'm dead. I'm really sweaty right now because the windows are always closed when we have to record this so that there's no noise. But yeah, other than that, really, like, I'm just so done with all of this. Ugh.
I know. I think everybody is done with what's going on right now, but I feel it's also like a good moment to, look at ourselves and like be very grateful to what we have and,
Yeah,
and,
yeah, of
and where we
course.
are and the people that we have in our lives because there are people in much worse situations than we are right now. So, let's suck it up,
Welcome.
buttercup.
Welcome to our podcast. We don't have a sense of humor. Okay, my love, you said that you had some ideas about what you wanted to talk about today, and I cut you off before before we started.
Actually, I wanted to talk to you about it because you mentioned that we could talk about chasers.
Yeah, that
And
was
I mean,
Isaac's idea.
Isaac said he's been in a situation with a chaser.
Haven't we all?
I have not.
Oh, you've been married for like 85 years.
Yes, I've been married for such a long time. I miss the world of, apps.
Eh, I don't think so, Mike. I think that we went on Scruff together just because I was sponsored by Scruff. Remember, me and you. I
Hmm.
still get emails from them, by the way, and it's like, Hunties, your profile is blowing up because our name is Hunty. On
It's still active?
it is. I
Oh my
forgot to delete
god.
it. Um, and we did that knowing that people were going to message us just because we're trans, just to see what they were going to say, so we could laugh at them. Haha, cis people.
Oh my god. I don't know. Like, seriously, before getting married, I always said, like, why? I remember talking to a friend, and he would be like, he would have a date every day, okay? And he was on Grinder, and that really blew my mind. I was like, oh my god, why don't lesbians have that? Or even the straights, they deserve it too.
The straights
And
TM.
then it came Tinder and all of these other options, and I was already married. I mean, no regrets.
No
No
regrets.
regrets
No
of being
regrets.
married, of course, but I wish I had, experienced the world of apps before because I mean, this Uber sex thing is cool. No, like it kind of works like that.
Uber sex?
You basically open the app and you order sex, and sex come to your house.
But do you tip them? I mean, Uber doesn't make you tip, I guess.
Oh no, I put the gum in my mouth.
This man, I swear to God, he just
No, I
likes
want to
to.
save it because it's still juicy.
It's moist.
So, chasers, tell me your experience with T chasers.
Ah! Listen, Mike, this is our podcast. You can say any word that you want. I love you.
I mean, for everybody hearing this who get triggered by the word tranny, I am sorry, but I do say this word sometimes.
Yes, you
I
do.
don't think
Yeah.
it's a bad word when I'm using it with my friends. I'm pretty sure I would probably not like if somebody comes to me and be like, "Look at this tranny over there." I'm gonna be
Right.
like, "Bitch, hell no." But me using it, I feel like I'm entitled to use it. So
So my favorite thing about that is that literally when we lived together, you would just look at me and you would just say it just to see my reaction, just so you could see me like cringe. And to the point where it like desensitized me, and I don't even feel anything anymore when I hear that word. I used to want to rip my skin off and not even be alive when I heard that word. Now I'm like, I don't, I'm just, it's whatever. If we're talking amongst friends, tranny.
oh yeah, I agree. I
Anyway,
agree.
so
Should be fine. But anyways, tell me about your chaser story, Chase.
yes, I have so many. I don't even. Okay, let me.
Ooh,
Ooh,
girl.
girl, she already done have a chaser. Okay, so I'll give you one experience. Let me set the mood for everybody. Cue
Candles.
emotional music. Why are you taking a calculator out? That's
I'm
so
putting my
romantic.
calculator away because I was studying.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yes.
I was on Grinder and Scruff, and I hadn't had sex with a man in a long time, and I was like, I'd like this. I want to try this. I don't know if I'll like it, but I want to try it. I talked to some people. Of course, you get the usual ew, or what the fuck is that, or you're a trans woman. I don't understand. People just don't get what trans men is. Keep in mind, this is like 2013. This is a
Yeah.
while ago, okay?
Yeah. 7 years
Oh
in
my.
the trans community made a difference for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And especially on the apps, there's like trans categories now. Like, what?
Ooh.
Right? So I speak to a man. He seems nice. And then I kind of just stopped talking to him. Then he messages me a couple of times like he really wants to meet. And I'm like, okay, weirdo. Like, I don't know if I want this. Long story short, he said, "Oh my god, I researched everything about trans people and it's so hot. I looked up Buck Angel and oh my god, I didn't even know you could get pregnant." Just-
Damn, so many triggers in what you're saying right now,
so
Hunty.
this person was not a chaser until they met Chase. Hey,
Oh my god.
let me finish the story. So then, I don't know, whatever. Lapse in judgment. I decide to go over and sex. Oh my, is all I had to say.
And it was a situation like any hole is a goal, or I don't want. I want details.
You want all the details?
So he wanted to like play with front hole only
Oh,
because
oh
he was
yeah,
like super excited about it.
oh yeah. That's all he wanted. So we go in there,
Hmm.
go into his house, and he lived near Nilafar. Like super close to the falafel place.
Shout out to Nilofar.
Yes, our favorite falafel place in Montreal, sponsor us. And so I go over and we start talking a little bit. Then I don't know, I guess we're making out, and then we start like having sex, and he's like so excited to try the front hole, and he like with a condom, of course.
Okay, he was
Go
a front hole virgin. Important question.
absolutely front hole
Ooh.
virgin. So he goes in and he's like, oh. I swear to God. Do you know why? What he said next? Oh my god, this is so wet.
Expected.
Well, like if you know, if you're comparing it to a booty hole that's dry as hell, you know.
Damn. And so like it wasn't really an aggressive chaser situation this one.
No, it's almost like I made him a chaser.
Oh my god.
Because he didn't know anything about trans people, and he was like he wanted to try it out. I guess I was his trial and free trial. And this is the guy, by the way, that when I was having sex with him, he stops in the middle. He looks at me and says, "You're so brave." Mike, I am not even during, okay? And that's literally when I went, "Thanks, it was either this or I die." He's inside me and I say this.
Oh my god. At least he didn't say like as he was inside of you like you can get pregnant.
You can or cannot.
You can, as
Oh,
in
he did.
CAN.
Oh,
Stop
he
making fun of
did.
my accent. Oh my god, what?
I know. I didn't want to talk about that because I know that you're like hashtag triggered by pregnancy.
I
But
am.
um yeah, he was like while we were doing it, like, oh yeah, Buck Angel, and like you could get pregnant. I was like, ah.
Oh my god.
Anyways, so he didn't come and I didn't come and I just left and then never saw him again.
I mean, with this, pillow talk, my friend, you ain't getting very, you ain't getting very far.
Oh no. Oh no. I was trying
My
to think
goodness.
because there was another story, and this. So I just told you like a good example of a chaser. Let me tell
Mm-hmm.
you a bad example. Okay, that
Mm.
actually was pretty dangerous, and I shouldn't have put myself in that position. Also, when I look at you now, I always think about the guy who comes to my door and it's raining, and he, my first time anal with like a guy. That was the first episode. I talked about this guy who like
Oh
came to my
yeah,
house.
yeah.
He was all
Listen, I'm
wet.
sorry.
Men, don't listen to anything. Okay, so the dangerous one. I feel like I'm talking a lot. So after this, it's all you.
Oh no, you're not.
Um, so I met him on Grinder, and he started talking to me
Pause.
saying this.
Pause. I must know. What was your grinder profile? Like, was it like, I don't know, bonus hole boy?
You love that. I used to do some tests, so I probably had put that I was trans, that I had top surgery, and I was on hormones, no bottom surgery, stuff like that. Because, and that's relevant, actually, it's a good question, because the person who messaged me, I didn't message him. He messaged me first, and he said, "You're disgusting, get off this app, blah, blah." And it was like really bad, okay? And I just was like, okay, I'm sorry, you don't like it, block me. Like, I don't want to see you, whatever. So months go by, and I'm speaking to somebody on Hornet, which was a different app. I preferred that app.
Hornet?
Yeah, Hornet. I really liked that one because it
Like,
was like
how
less
many are out
sex.
there, eh?
Too
Like,
many. Too many.
grinder, Tinder, Scruff,
Growler,
Boozle, Bamboozle,
bamboozle,
Bamboo,
bam,
Bamble, Bam,
bam, bam, bubble,
Bumble, Boozle. Let's create a new
boob.
web called Boozle, okay?
Right? And there's okay Cupid, plenty of fish, growler. Anyways, there's a lot. So I'm talking to this guy. He seems interested. I'm like, I haven't been fucked in a really long time, so sure, I guess. Come over. So he comes to my house, and this is when it gets a
The
little.
same guy that was super
Well, no,
aggressive.
let me explain this story, and you'll know why it counts. Because
Okay.
I was talking to this new guy, and I was like, oh, this guy seems nice. He's never been with a trans person before. I'm so desperate right now. Whatever, come over. So he came over, and he laid me down and unzipped his pants and like shoved his dick in my mouth. It was like I was like, I can't deep throat. Don't fucking. That was rude. Okay. Anyways, then he like starts taking off my clothes and he's like, "Nah, I ain't no faggot." And then he puts his clothes. He like zips up his pants and he leaves. And then, okay, I go onto the app and I realize, holy shit, this is the same person that months ago called me like I shouldn't be on this app and was super transphobic. I just didn't click it because it was on a different app, different name.
Oh, yeah.
You want to know the best part though, which is not the best part, but it's just a part. Months later, he messaged me again saying, "Hey, could we try again?"
Honey, how desperate you think I am?
Right? Yeah.
How much
No
do you think I
thanks.
lack self-respect?
I don't want that floppy dick in my mouth again. Thank you,
I'm
Mike.
so sorry. I put the gum
Where
back in
did
my
you
mouth
go?
again, but I took it off. I'm right here, aren't I?
Okay, I hear you now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I was
am
like, where did you
here.
go?
I don't know. Sorry, people.
So that was my story, the good and the bad. That bad one though, I ain't no faggot, and I was like, well, I guess that's a compliment, but why are you on these apps? I'm so confused. Like that confused me to no end.
Yeah. Did you do some kind of report? Is there a way to do like some report on these apps to like, make people
Well,
know that these kind of situations are out there with these
some
people?
people are poopy. I don't think so. Um, Maybe you can report a profile for being transphobic, but I at this point have no idea. I haven't gone on the apps in years. But
Lies.
ah!
Lies.
Last time I was on the app was with you
Exactly. Which was what, last year? 2 years ago?
2 years
I don't
ago.
know.
My
I don't know.
favorite interaction on Scruff was this person whose their image was them dressed up as a clown, and their little bio said "down to clown."
Oh my god.
I think about that every day. I love it.
Okay, but now I actually want to talk about something that
Please.
you had experience with. Probably. How do you go across by, disclosing your identity as trans when you're hanging out with people? Like, if you see like you're going to, you see that this night is going somewhere and you're about to get lucky, you're gonna like disclose to the person, hey, by the way, before you're surprised. How does it work? Because I didn't live that part of my life.
So I didn't live that part either because I did everything online for a reason. I never wanted to deal with that. I was too scared to have to do it in person, and it never really happened. I tried, okay? I tried to go to the clubs and like have someone flirt with me or me flirt with them, and then we like go and then I would tell them, but it never happened, man.
Because
That, you know,
you don't go out, first of all.
in
You-
2010 I did. Ho. It's called social anxiety, okay? It's called I have sensitive ears.
what do you think about it though? Like how people should like approach this situation?
I think that the way that you explained it is probably the best way to do it, where you're like, hey, um, by the way, since we're about to go do this, let me just tell you. Um, because why tell the person before if you're not sleeping with them, if it's, and then if they say no, this is such a tricky topic, man, because so many people are like, there's like two sides of this.
Mm,
If the person says no, that means that they're transphobic right away. Um,
right.
I don't necessarily think that right away. I think that if you're basing,
Agreed.
right, if you're like really, really into the person, and then you get all grossed out and like, no way I couldn't, like, that's transphobic, man. But if you're like, I don't know, like some people are just not ready for that and they don't really understand. And I feel like that I've evolved to understand that that's okay. But it gets real bad when people are just like they really make it about ugh, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like in my situation, I would for sure try to bring in some way the topic that I'm trans. I would like throw a joke out there
Oh
and see if it
yeah.
like, and I feel like it's better for me to see like the person's reaction with my joke. I feel like I would approaching this way, and then I see like, oh, okay, this person, they're either dumb because they're not getting the joke. So and I feel like I would not wait until like I feel like there is a potential sex indicator for the night to then disclose that I'm trans, because it's a waste of my time
You
for
know what? Yeah, you're right. That's good
crazy.
though. I like that because that's what when people ask like, "How do you come out to your parents?" I always say like, "Watch a movie with like a trans person in it and see how they react, and then you'll know if you should come out to them or not." Um, and I feel like that's kind of what you're saying. Like, okay, but when you say you're gonna say a joke, is it like a transphobic joke and see if they laugh, or is it like a
Oh
funny ha ha?
no, it would be kind of like, I don't have a prostate kind of joke.
That's great. I like that.
Kind of like maybe find a way to talk about my scars, or
Oh
because
yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 He just put another piece of gum.
I
That's his
cannot believe that
fourth
I did
one.
that.
I cannot. I think that that's a really good thing. I feel like I've done that before, but maybe not in person. Or oh, you know what? I have done that where I've like talked about like slight trans things, but it wasn't for a sex thing. It was like coworkers or like new friends or new people that I go to school with. I'd say things like really sly, like, "Oh yeah, I had surgery," and then I like look and see if they like care, and then I talk about top surgery, and then I say like some words, and if they usually people are just like, okay, whatever.
What?
What?
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
Did you just wake up, man? What's happening?
No, I missed the part that it felt like what you were saying didn't have like it wasn't going anywhere. I didn't.
It wasn't going anywhere. I just kind of ended it abruptly because I didn't know what I was saying anymore.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is. I don't know. When I think about, I agree with what we are saying in terms of understanding that it's
Yeah.
not necessarily transphobia. I mean, people don't go crazy and hating me for that. I just think that um, we are evolving into a better world, but as of right now, we can also not condemn everybody that do not want to have sex with trans people. Do you
I think
understand my
some
point?
people just. Sorry, what did you say? I didn't mean to. I thought you were done. Sorry.
It's not about like, if you're like, oh no, this person is trans, absolutely not. It's different than you're like, I'm really not comfortable having sex with a vagina.
Yeah.
I think that's valid.
Yeah, or
You know
like
what I
I really
mean?
don't know what to do and I have no experience and I don't
It,
know if I'm ready.
exactly. It's giving me more stress than pleasure. Hey, sex is supposed to be a win-win game. So if the person's not comfortable to start with, you won't be comfortable either.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That actually reminds me of I was like looking for my phone to find the screenshot. I'm on my phone with you. Um, the I think I actually got it in an email maybe, so let me just check that. So, I made a video with Sierra where we talk about our first time having sex. And it's a really cute video and I really like how it turned out. And then we got some interesting comments on there.
I
Um,
see. Everything is clear in my mind now. Sierra is the real tranny chaser.
oh my god! Stop. So I just want to read out this comment that somebody wrote, okay?
Okay.
Because it was interesting. It's kind of like they don't understand, but they want to understand, but they're just like, I don't know.
Their
So
confusion.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm truly uncomfortable with your conversation. I'm not at all trying to be negative. I'm trying to understand how this conversation can be so casual and actually filmed for YouTube. Perhaps it's my age. I'm 57, and I've also been with my wife for 36 plus years, and your lifestyle and the acronyms are foreign to us. I clearly understand how important it is to communicate with one another during sex, finding what is okay and comfortable for one another, but it just seems like it shouldn't be this complicated and involved to pleasure someone during sex. It seems more work than actual intimacy. What is cis? Why is it important to discuss this in an open forum? No ill will intended, just curious. So they're
So
just
that's
curious.
parentheses 1 second. That is a really nice comment. I honestly think that it's understandable that the person's like explaining 3 times, like, I don't want to be mean, I just
Mm,
genuinely want to understand what's going on. Ignorance apart, lack of knowledge apart, I think it's really nice. But if people were like less, you know, invasive in their comments and mean in their comments and more like that would be better.
it would be a lot better, and I would be way more open to answering questions than people saying like, "Hey, you got a dick?" Yeah, so that comment made me think about like it's I get it, the person's 57 years old, they don't know whatever, but the um the part about the communication and the work made me feel a little like, to me it's just normal to sex is not complicated, but it's like if you don't ask all these questions, then it's complicated
Hmm.
because then you don't know what you're doing, and if they like it
Okay.
and you're
Yeah.
like poking a nipple and then like, I don't like the nipple, so don't poke the nipple.
I know.
I just
Please go on.
no, please. Please take it away because I literally have no idea why I even mentioned that comment.
No,
I
we were going somewhere with it.
I don't think so, man.
This person said it. No, we were talking about, like, disclosing and making sure that people know, so you're comfortable, and it's not necessarily being transphobic if the person's like, I'm not comfortable in have sex with a vagina, or I'm not comfortable having sex with a dick or whatever.
Vagina?
Vagine.
What are you doing? You're distracted. I see you with your eyes on the screen.
I was looking at the comment of the person who commented on
Oh,
your.
okay.
That's what I was doing.
Can since I don't know how long we've been recording, 30 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, but some parts are gonna have to be edited
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. Is there anything that you want to add about this?
No, I'm good. Thanks. Bye.
Did you Do you find that any of your friends are potentially chasers? For example, I know somebody whose friend is like, "Ah, I would love to fuck a trans guy." And like that's not necessarily a chaser, but the way that they said it made me like real uncomfortable, but also really horny.
Isn't that what it is though? It's all about how you say it.
Mm,
Like I'm don't think it's about I would there are a list of things that I'm still to try in sex, okay? So yes, why not? You want to
yeah,
have
right.
this experience and maybe you're gonna like it, maybe you're gonna hate it. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Hmm.
Or, like something that should be classified by the internet.
Do you have an example?
Parentheses in this topic. We can go back to it after. I must ask you if you've seen what that I think that this person that I'm gonna say right now, I think this person is showing more and more that they're below the level of being a human race, a human being. Like this person has no humanity whatsoever. It's the author of that book that we all grew up writing, which I
Okay, Mike.
refuse to say her name.
Mike, you need to literally understand that that's what I have up on my screen and what I was going to talk about next. Look at my screen right
You're
now.
so connected, my love.
That
Exactly.
that's literally what I wanted to talk about because something new came out today.
Yes, the fuck your pronouns buttons or whatever it is that she's selling, girl.
Um so it's a website she's promoting. I don't know if she's affiliated with it at all, but I was like laughing at these things cuz they're so I can't I'm like reading these and I'm like, okay, these people don't know what the hell's going on. And then I saw one that says, "Trans men are my sisters."
Oh my god.
So,
It's like,
anyways, if you don't know what we're talking about, let's go quickly. J.K. Rowling, triggered, is is coming out with a new book called Troubled Blood, where um, the protagonist is an investigator investigating somebody who is a man that dresses up as a woman and murders people. And I'm like, we've literally heard this story 3 million times. You're not the first one to do this. It's such a trans trope in movies. I can't. Anyways, so people
who
got
can?
mad. What?
Who can?
Yep.
Seriously.
um, and yeah, so it's just too much. The internet kind of went a little wild and was like, "What are you doing?" Like, listen, man, I have a Harry Potter tattoo on my leg. Every time something happens with her, it hurts me so much more because not like hurts me more, but every time it's like hurts more and more because it's not that I can like separate the artist from the art, right? You sometimes you have to do that, but
Yeah.
we're getting way too far now. And if I was to get a tattoo, a Harry Potter tattoo now, I wouldn't get it.
I mean, I want to believe that no trans person would actually want to get any tattoo or anything really that relates to her because what she's doing is so harmful to our community. Okay, like this whatever disgusting anti-trans online store that she's like promoting. I don't know if you've seen, but it's like there are buttons. I don't even know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it is,
yeah.
signs or whatever it is. Trans
Buttons and stickers.
ideology erases women. Trans activism is misogyny. Female biology is not an identity. Transition equals conversion
Conversion
therapy.
therapy.
What?
My favorite though, and I laughed at. Actually, I was reading these. I was like, "Oh God, these are horrible," and then I actually laughed out loud when I saw. Hold on, let me open it just to make sure I quoted correctly. um, uh, because the button, sorry, said, "Don't call me sis." I just that makes me. I just. Like you gotta laugh at that because are you kidding me? It's not it's not a slur.
But it's nerve wracking. It's beyond irritating and angering everything that she's doing because actually a lot of kids look up to her, right? And
Mm.
what are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to like making the suicide rate increase in the trans community, because you may be getting to it, you know.
Well, there's literally a button and a sticker that says support detransitioners. So I think that this is the mentality that I've seen a lot ever since I started to transition, where a lot of old school lesbians, and now I'm gonna get in shit for saying old school lesbian because now they're new school, but we're very much against trans people because we're taking away their women, we're taking away lesbians, and we're turning them into men, or we're taking beautiful women and taking them away from the one thing that makes them so beautiful as being women. Obviously, they don't really understand science and biology, and trans men are my sisters. I swear to God, I'm gonna buy you that pin. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Seriously.
That I just it's okay. This one's really bad, and like so sorry if I'm gonna trigger anybody. And like, look, we're like being super candid. We're like talking how we would normally talk, but I just want to trigger warning this one button because it's like really fucked up. No such thing as a lesbian with a penis.
Yeah,
That
I saw.
that really fucked me up because like you're right. Kids look up to her and she's promoting this website, which means she knows what's on this website. She I just I am she's it's like another nail in the coffin. Like, lady, you're literally ruining like everyone's childhood experiences. Why are you like this? Why can't you get educated? You know how Americans don't like to be told what to do? Like, they're like, I'm not going to get a vaccine if they make me do it. But if they're like, oh, you have a choice to get a vaccine, they're like, oh, okay, I'll get the vaccine. Like, they just don't like to be told what to do. I feel like that's her. Like, we're telling her that trans women are women and telling her that trans women with penises are still women. And she's like, you can't tell me what to do.
It's it's ridiculous, but like promoting such a disgusting. Oh my god, I can't even. Like one of the buttons literally says "fuck your pronouns."
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's encouraging people to misgender trans people. Like why? What is your end goal? That's
Yeah.
really the question that I keep like asking myself. Like what is your what are you trying to accomplish with all of the you're taking your platform to spread hate and disrespect towards a vulnerable community? Good job. Nailed it.
So before I saw the trans men are my sisters sticker, I was like, wow, these people just really focus on trans women. Like they don't they don't really know that trans men exist, or they don't really care. They just don't want trans women in their women only spaces. Um and then I realized that no, they mean literally any trans person, cuz do you like I don't know, man. They had a shirt on their website that's like, oh my god, slurs that I've been called, and it's like man hating feminazi turf. Like I can't
Oh my god.
turf. Like you know who else is a turf? Yeah, yeah. That'll be a
Oh,
whole other episode because fuck that.
ah, my God. You know what? We even said her name. I don't even want to say her name out loud. I'm done with her for life. She's chosen her path. I've chosen mine. And I honestly hope, she encounters a dementor.
Ah! Has she ever met a trans person? Because I feel like the people who surround themselves and they like surround themselves on purpose with trans people who agree with them, um, aka a certain YouTuber that we know, not personally, but we have seen, likes to get close to some trans YouTubers, and they're cis. You're looking at me like
Okay,
okay, I was
okay.
like, you know who I'm
It's
talking about.
another person who shall not be named because she ain't worth it.
Exactly. I will say though, I laughed so hard when she posted turf trans embracing. Oh, Mike, where
Okay,
did you go?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Trans embracing rational feminist.
Oh my God.
That made me laugh. Like I love that you can hear the "toodaloo." I'm calling you again. Did your phone die?
Yes,
Oh, that's okay.
yes, my
We'll
phone.
do it. We'll do it like this, like we're in the nude. So now we're like everyone else. we can't see each other, we're just talking.
Okay, but going back to your dating time
Oh
and
my
these
god.
websites. I mean, but like, were you like always open to like front hole encounters
Oh,
with
that's all I wanted.
randoms? Oh, that's all you wanted.
Yeah, because that one experience with anal that I had from the Craigslist guy. If you don't know what we're talking about, check out episode 1. um, and I didn't really like that experience, and I was like, I'm too tight. I'll just do anal by myself until I'm ready for a man. So I
Oh
didn't.
man,
So
with
every
one
time I
eye.
would post on Craigslist, after that, every time I would go on Scruff, I would be like, hey, I want to have sex. By the way, I use my front hole, and that's what I want. I would be super specific about what I wanted.
Like very upfront with the
Oh, yeah.
situation.
Ah, up front. Ah!
Fair, fair.
Fair, fair.
But like
See?
you were in the apps in the beginning of your transition, weren't you?
Yes.
So like you didn't have any bottom dysphoria for penetration back then.
I didn't have bottom dysphoria a lot in the beginning of my transition that I can remember. I didn't really pack a lot. I had a packer, but I think that um I I just was more dysphoric about people not seeing who I was. And then it kind of goes into stages. When I started to pass and people finally saw me as male, then I was like, oh great, now my chest. And then I had top surgery and I'm like, oh great. So the dysphoria like moves around my body, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, do me in the front. Other times I'm like, don't you touch me. Anal only, you know?
Okay. And how is it for like dudes on apps? They are like, gay specific apps, and they're normally most of the time, I'm gonna assume, looking for cocks. Like, how is it for them? Is there like are they open to oral sex with the vagina? Vagina.
Ah, that's a good question. That should be our question for the audience.
Mm.
um cuz I don't know. I wasn't open to that. I When I would have sex with them, I was like, I don't want you to do anything with your mouth, just fuck me.
Okay, because first of all, you probably don't know how to do it.
It- Mike, literally the reason. I'm like, I can't. I don't even want to explain anything, just do me.
Do
What's
me
the
that.
point?
Oh my.
What's the point when it's going to be a one-time hookup that you're never going to see again? Like, literally, oh my god, wait. Mike, we didn't talk. Okay, we're not going to talk about this in this episode because we're almost done, but I think next time we should talk about the sex in Concordia bathrooms.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, I want
So
to know
that's a teaser.
everything.
Yeah, that's a teaser. Mike, I like this. I don't want to get off. uh,
So, yes, so for our next episode, don't forget to comment and send us our your questions. I was going to say send us our questions.
yeah, pretty much.
Seriously.
But the question that we want you to answer this week is,
Is
I don't know, do you have any experience with cis guys who want to do oral on a pre-op trans guy on dating apps? I don't know, like that's such a specific
Yes,
question.
but I am actually curious. Like, are most like I'm assuming that most of the times the guys aren't open to do it, like the dudes in gay apps. So I'm curious to know. Let us know, and we're gonna take it from there.
Well, let me tell you from my experience, I don't think there was ever somebody that said, I'm not doing that. Ever. It was always me that said, I don't want that. But then
Oh, that's
if
good.
if I liked the person, I was like, okay, fine, you can try it. Have fun. You know?
Enjoy the ride, baby.
Enjoy the ride. Yeah. Um, but other than that, I don't think it was really much of an issue because anybody who didn't want to deal with that just didn't reply to my messages or told me I was a trans piece of shit or a tranny or something, and you just delete
Oh
these
my.
people. Listen, 1 out of 10 was like good, but
Oh my
the
god,
9 other
really?
ones, man, they make the good stories.
I wonder how it is now though, because like this was also like 7 years ago, and 7 years ago for again for our community was a lifetime ago in terms of people understanding and us having visibility.
Well, this was
But
4 years ago for me, but yes.
or
Yeah.
okay, how long are you with Sierra?
uh 3.
Okay, Sierra Chase is doing wrong things.
Ah. Okay, literally right before I met Sierra, I was like having sex with it. Anyways. Uh,
You were having sex.
that will be a story we'll tell when we have our partners on the podcast.
Sounds good. We could have
That's
our partners. That's it's gonna be the sense.
the sense.
Look, it's gonna be the Sans Tris episode, okay?
Okay, Mike, we're literally gonna call it that. The sense tris.
It's going to be fantastic. I was also like thinking like how people would be open to have us invite other people to talk as well, and like for example, we can invite like some some gay dudes, some lesbians, and they can talk about their experience as well with trans people, having sex with trans people, their pros and cons list.
Honestly, Mike, I want that so badly because our podcast here, it's all about us being super like true. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not censoring myself. So like I would want people who are, oh my god, there's a deer across the road. Sorry. I would want people who are super open to saying like, yeah, I really didn't want to have sex with a trans guy, and then like talk about their
Yeah,
story. Like I want to know. I really want to talk to people.
this is a safe space.
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us judge you.
Listen, you judge us, we judge you. It's
We
fair.
judge you.
Win-win.
Yeah, and we could to invite the straights TM too.
Oh
Like
my.
I feel like I know really cool straight people. They are very open, and they are straight, identify as straight, but they are
Straight and
very
cis.
open with their sex life. Not the straight mommy daddy position forever.
Mommy daddy position! Oh, I
I
laughed
think
and
that's
the
how we
deer
call it
looked
in
at me.
Portuguese.
What?
How do you call it? It's missionary, right? In English.
Missionary. I don't know, man. It's called normal sex.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The deer is staring at me. I think that's the cue for us to get out of here.
Okay, let's get out of here. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for listening to our nonsense. Bye.
Bye.